Welcome guys to week 2 of using the Ultrahuman sensor. As previous week, just gonna recap what I found last week. My workout spikes, extreme. Been working on different kind of solutions for that. I'm going to share with you the results below. I've also been working out around my coffee intake to make sure that I'm balanced and it's not kind of sending me on a wild roller coaster through the afternoon. And the third thing that I've been working on this week is my performance around some testing that I've been doing for triathlon. So I can't wait to share those results with you in this video. Before we head in, I'm going to have to repeat my 3 disclaimers. Number 1, I'm not getting paid for this review by Ultrahuman in any way, shape or form. They generously donated the sensors and access to the premium application so I can use all the features and all the learnings in there, but they're not paying me for this review. So anything that you find in this video is just my honest review of it, how it's been working for me and what I've learned. If you, however, want to support me and help me make more review videos like this, then feel free to use the affiliate link that I have in the description below. If you use that link, I will get a small commission off your purchase if you decide to purchase the product. And that way I can kind of fund this and buy even a nicer camera. Disclaimer number 2 is that this is about hormones, internal state, glucose levels, insulin levels. This test is done on my body and these results are only applicable to me. So please don't take these results and apply them to yourself because your body is not going to react in the same way to the same things as I'm doing. So what you can use this video for is to see the process of how I am testing and experimenting, maybe get some inspiration to how I'm reading out of the graph, but luckily the application will also guide you through it if you're interested in doing an experiment like this on yourself. So this is just to kind of give you an idea of what you can experiment with if you decide to do this type of an experiment on your own body. The third disclaimer is that if you have a troublesome relationship with food, if you've had an eating disorder in the past, if you're struggling with an eating disorder now, if you have any triggering relationship with food, food groups, a diet or anything like that, or with weight loss, then I don't recommend this product for you. This product can actually make your relationship with food worse. It can make you scared of food. It can not be helpful in any way, shape or form. So if you're struggling with a difficult relationship with food, please talk to a licensed professional about it. Get some help that way around. And if you want to use this, make sure that you're using the sensor only to kind of tweak your performance and nutrition timing. It's not meant to kind of treat you for any eating disorder of any kind. With that in mind, let's dive into this week's findings. So as mentioned, this week I've been primarily working around my workout spikes because those were kind of the biggest issue. I did a lot of reading, both on some helpful articles on the application to kind of get me started, and then I Googled some of the concepts and did some reading off the application as well. After I did my last review, I did 3 or 4 more workouts and I was like doing high intensity intervals in the morning. So that was like before I had my breakfast, so in a fasted state. And I had some like crazy spikes sending me completely through the floor for the rest of the day. So what I found out through my reading is that this extreme high glucose availability during a workout can actually be a sign that you are experiencing muscle breakdown due to lack of glucose available in the bloodstream when you're working out. So I thought to myself, yikes, I don't want to be burning my muscle mass. That's the last thing I want with my cardio exercises. It's kind of counterproductive when you want to be a hybrid athlete. So what I have been experimenting with this week, as opposed to just testing out post-workout nutrition, like I tried at the beginning of the week, is to make sure that I am fueled with a carb-rich snack about an hour before I do my workout. So that means my early morning workouts, I've been eating like a banana or a toast to make sure that I've had something before I head into the workout. This has worked amazingly. So both that I feel on the testing that I had this week for my upcoming triathlon program, I felt fueled and balanced, and the glucose spike wasn't too bad. So just by adding carbs before the workout, I actually experienced less of a carb spike during the workout and way less crash after the workout. So that has been a huge success for me. I have also changed my post-workout nutrition, moving my main meal after the workout to 1 to 2 hours after, and having more of like a quick protein shake with some simple carbs right after the workout. And that seems to have worked really well in terms of like more productivity and more balanced blood sugar throughout the afternoon and less cravings, which is a win-win-win. Yeah, and it also works out pretty well because I was kind of like just finished the workout, force feeding myself in 30 minutes after the workout, just trying to chew through rice. It wasn't a great experience. So I was kind of happy just moving my meal a little bit further away from my workout. In regards to coffee, as I spoke about last week, coffee seemed to spike my blood sugar quite significantly. This week I've been experimenting with having coffee either with a protein or fat. So having like a small snack with my coffee, or having a full-fat meal full-fat milk in my coffee if I'm having coffee on its own, and that kind of has balanced the glucose response out, leading to way less crashes and more stable energy throughout the afternoon. Now, you might be thinking, wait, so you're eating more and you're having more snacks and you're putting full-fat milk in your coffee as opposed to drinking black coffee. Doesn't that contain calories? And yes, it absolutely does. But I'm not in this game to try to lose weight. I am actually just trying to have more stable energy and increase my performance and my productivity. So if having a splash of milk in my coffee makes my energy levels more stable through the afternoon, then that's a huge win for me. The third and final thing that I've learned this week is actually really interesting. And again, I just might be this kind of a geek that just like gets really carried away with these things. But I had a few occasions this week where I consumed a big quantity of sweets. So I had an evening this week where we're doing a little bit of a celebration. So I ordered some donuts, and I had 2 donuts after dinner, thinking like, it was like a weird one. I was like, oh, I'm so excited to see what this looks like on my application. So I literally ate the donuts, and then I was just like waiting in anticipation to what happened. And what I found was actually really interesting. So I was expecting this like crazy spike in my glucose after eating like a super sweet treat, or 2 full donuts with custard. But what I saw was that my glucose dropped all the way through the floor. I was probably one of the lowest ones that I've had like after a meal. And I was feeling so lethargic, and I was feeling like even more sugar craving. So I contemplated having the 3rd one even. Yeah, that just kind of surprised me. So obviously when results surprise you, I also slept absolutely horrible in the night. I woke up at like 1 a.m. with like dry mouth and a tummy ache, and like it was a disaster. Maybe this is why I don't eat donuts regularly after dinner. And my blood sugar spiked like 4 hours later out of the roof, and I was just sweating, needed to go to the bathroom. It was a shit show. So obviously started researching this after this experience. So found out that this whole thing is actually it's called reactive hypoglycemia, where it's one of the known reaction where your body simply produces too much insulin relative to what you're eating. So this could actually be why I struggle so much with sugary and sweet things, is because my insulin system actually goes in complete overproduction. It produces too much insulin, which then drops my blood sugar even lower, resulting in more kind of lethargy, binge eating, sweating, shaking, all the uncomfortable symptoms that comes along with that. So I'll be doing some more tests. I'll be reading some more. I'll be sharing with you next week if I have some other occasions of this. But these are my findings for this week. As I'm gearing up for training next week, I have more triathlon training and starting to introduce more brick sessions and longer duration, medium intensity sessions, as well as continuing with my CrossFit. So I'll be sharing the results with you from more training and more real life stuff. I'll see you next week.